Hi folks, it's Bob from Mountain Crest Farm. Obviously this is not a coffee chat. I'm not leaning over the back of my pickup truck drinking coffee. I don't have any coffee, don't have any switchel. Oh me, and it's not me wandering around talking to y'all while I'm doing some of my work like the last few. This is sort of a coffee chat. It's a coffee chat type video. It's just done at night, after dark, on Thursday. I'll probably have this thing up in time for tomorrow morning for Friday. And it's just a little, sort of an informational thing. First off, y'all know I got a, or I think you know, if you watch my live stream Sunday, you know I got a couple of pigs back from the slaughterhouse Friday, and my boy came and got his, or my daughter-in-law actually came and got theirs on Saturday, and I'm looking in that freezer and I'm thinking, you know, even with just my pig in there, getting another 550 to 600 pounds of beef in there is going to be tough when I get that cow slaughtered the 27th of this month. It'll be back about the 7th to the 10th of December. There's not room. So I've been doing what I can to make some room in there. I had gotten all my all the stuff that a lot of people throw away, neck bones and things like that. Got them, and last 2 days at night I've been, well, all day, because you do it for 24 hours, and then at night I've been canning it, been making some bone broth. You know, everybody gets beef broth and chicken broth. Well, pork bones make good broth too, so I've got about 3 cases, and each one of them's, or 3 gallons, so I've got about 9 gallons of pork broth made. The last of it, the last 3 gallons, I'll can here in just a little while. Oh, me. It's been chilly. I need to be doing some fence work, and it's just too cold. This morning wasn't too bad. It wasn't but 30 this morning. It was 23 yesterday morning, and yesterday morning was 17, and this morning was right about 32, 33. It was supposed to get down to 29, but it didn't. It's been overcast the last 2 days and kind of breezy, though. That makes it a little bit miserable. Oh, what else? Well, there is that little thing that I didn't get covered quite like we all wanted last week. My regular viewers know that last Wednesday I went for my every 3-month MRI and AFP tumor marker blood work. Got to get that done every 3 months. They said for at least 2, probably 5 years from after my surgery last January. And this was the 3rd one. My first one, the MRI came back clean as a whistle, and the AFP tumor marker. If you hadn't watched this before, if you don't know the exact details, AFP tumor markers, a blood thing, it's a thing in your blood, specific to liver cancer, and normal is 0.0 to 9.0. And my first 3-month AFP tumor marker test was 2.8. It was in the lower third of normal, which is good. That and a clean MRI, no evidence of disease. And my second one was exactly the same, clean MRI, and 2.8 on the AFP tumor marker, no evidence of disease. That's good. And the 3rd one last Wednesday, you got to understand, they get the results back to me like in a matter of a few hours, at the most the next day. And last Wednesday I got I got blood work done, blood drawn for the blood work, and the MRI came back clean as a whistle. And the AFP tumor marker, the blood work didn't come back. Wasn't back. I mean, I got all that done Wednesday morning. I was expecting it back Wednesday afternoon. Nothing Wednesday, nothing Thursday, nothing Friday. And my doctor's office called and apologized and said they didn't know what was going on with the lab. If they didn't see it first thing Monday morning, they would give me a call. Well, Monday morning, it still wasn't there. Apparently, the lab lost the blood sample because they said there was no evidence that it had ever been done. The order was still in, but there was no evidence that it had ever been drawn. And I know for a fact it had been drawn because there's a special vial they use for AFP tumor markers, and I watched that vial being pulled last Wednesday, so I knew they'd pulled the blood, but it disappeared, so I had to go down and get it done again. So Monday night, went down, 9 o'clock at night. They'll draw blood here at the hospital 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Most tests, MRIs and stuff, you have to schedule, but you can just walk in and get that done. So I went down there about 9 o'clock Monday night and got it drawn again. And asked her when it would be done, because, at this point I'm getting kind of anxious. And she said, well, they'll probably do it overnight, probably have it in the morning. That'd be Tuesday morning. And Tuesday morning, they didn't have it. And Wednesday, they didn't have it. Well, I talked to my doctor about doctor's office about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and she said if she didn't see it first thing this morning, she would call them and tell them that they really didn't want to see me having to come back in there again, because I would not be happy. And she wouldn't be happy because she'd be with me. Well, she called this morning, and she asked me if I had checked my email yet. And I said, no, not really. Piedmont Hospital has a thing called My Chart. Everything that happens to me, doctor's visits, test results, everything goes on My Chart, and I can check it anytime I want to. And she asked me if I had seen My Chart, and I said no, hadn't checked my email this morning. And she said, well, your blood results came back and they're on there. I said, oh, okay, but instead of me going to see what they say, how about if you tell me what they say? She said, okay. She said, your AFP tumor markers are up. I said, okay. How much are they up? Got to remember, 0.0 to 9.0 is the normal range. When I was diagnosed last year, they were at 84. I said, how much are they up? And she said, 12.8. Now, there's two ways to look at 12.8, or at least from my standpoint, there's two ways to look at 12.8. Compared to 84 last year when I was diagnosed, 12.8 is still a great number. And 12.8 really is not that bad of a number. On the other hand, it is 30% higher than the high end of the normal range. We're looking at 30% higher than 9.0. 30%'s a bunch. I don't like that. But more than that, I don't like the fact that we go from 2.8 the first time to 2.8 the second time to 12.8 now. That's a hell of a jump. So, apparently, I can no longer say no evidence of disease. Kind of sucks. Weird emotions about it. I'm scared. I'm a little bit scared. We're talking cancer. We're not talking about I got a bad cold or the flu. And I'll tell anybody, I'm a good redneck. I ain't afraid of a damn thing. That cancer word scares the hell out of me. So I'm scared. But the emotion that surprises me, and I really don't know what to do with, is anger. Folks, I am pissed. Don't know, I'm not angry at anything in particular. I'm not mad at my doctors for not getting it all. I'm not angry at God for letting me down, because he hasn't let me down, never has, never will. It's a frustrating anger because I don't know where to direct it. I am angry, period. What am I angry at? I don't know. I know that when I was in rehab for my alcoholism, I was taught that most anger is based, or all anger is based in fear. And I am kind of scared a little bit. So, but I'm just scared a little bit, but I'm mad. Oh God, I'm mad. And don't know what I'm mad at. I know part of what I'm mad at. Last year when I was diagnosed, dealt with it. I got a problem. I got good doctors. We fixed it. I had surgery. That got most of it. I had radiation. That got the rest of it. The tests I've had since then have shown no evidence of disease. And now this today, all of a sudden, and I know this isn't really fair, but all of a sudden I feel like I'm right back exactly where I was the first half of November last year. Other than having a great big scar in my belly, I feel like this last year has just been lost. And it hasn't. I know that. I know that, but it's really, really hard to internalize it. Because right now, I am angry and I am scared. So, this has been a bummer of a video, and I apologize for that. But I know who's in charge. This doesn't change my faith in him at all. It makes me pray a little bit harder, maybe. Makes me ask y'all to keep me in your prayers. And it's just, I've got to do this just like I did last year. Okay, there's a problem. What do we do to fix it? Let's do it. And that's how I need to look at it this time too. Don't know what the plan is. Right now, we don't even know. All we know is that, yes, my tumor markers are going up, and that means there's still some cancer cells in there. Cancer cells that weren't there 3 months ago. Frankly, there's not enough there to do anything about. There's no tumor. The MRI said no tumor. There's nothing to go cut out. If there's no tumor, there's no spot to point radiation guns at and irradiate it. It's just in there floating around. So right now there's no plan except to keep a lot closer eye on me than before. I am no longer on an every 3-month MRI and blood work schedule. I am now on an every month MRI and blood work schedule. And we just watch it. And it's probably going to grow. And at some point it'll be big enough to actually say, there it is. And let's go fix it. But that means being patient. I'm not a patient person. My favorite prayer is, God, please give me patience. But would you hurry up? Not a patient person. But right now, that's all we can do is just pray and sit here and wait till it gets big enough to do something about. Wait till it gets big enough that we know where it is to know what to do. So that's the report for today. It's a downer of a video, I know. I apologize. Next one will be better. But for now, y'all just, even with all this, I'm going to tell you right now, y'all need to go have an awesome day and an awesome weekend coming up, because I plan to, even with this. it's still going to be an awesome day tomorrow, and it's going to be an awesome weekend. And y'all need to go do that too. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. There's not much here to like. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Tell me why, so I can fix it and do better next time. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. We usually talk about homesteading here, and we don't usually just talk about what a downer Bob is like on this video. Subscribe. There's a little bell out there by the subscribe button that you need to ring so you'll get notifications when I put up a new video. I've got a little bell so I could demonstrate for you, but it's over there on my desk and I can't get to it very easy right now, so I'm not going to ring the little bell. But if you subscribe, ring that little bell. And remember, there is nothing to having an awesome day. It's hard. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's really, really simple. All you have to do to have an awesome day is to always remember that the tomb was empty, and that yes, he is alive. Even more with the season, always remember that, but even more with the season we have coming up, remember, he is alive. Now, I love y'all. I appreciate you coming by and seeing me. And we will talk again later. It might be about homesteading. You never can tell. This is a homesteading channel after all. That might happen. I'll talk to y'all next time, okay?